There has been some sort of change. If you haven't been getting notifications that I posted videos, I've moved into a new shop. I have installed these lifts. I've been doing a bunch of different things. If you haven't been getting the notifications, which a lot of people have been expressing that to me, there is a bell in the corner and I think it has been reset. So you just have to go and select down and then turn on all notifications. Well, today I'm taking the Hellcat Magnum over to the first car show of the season. It's just a local thing. It isn't really that big, but it'll be fun to actually drive her somewhere because I haven't driven her all winter, and now that I have a fan in it, I could actually cruise her around and not have to worry about the temps getting hot. Always nice to drive the blue Hellcat Magnum. It's a little bit more complicated than the red one, but definitely is fun. It's a lot faster too. I mean, it's still has a little ways to go. A little bit. You get the dash done and there's windows. But other than that, I mean, and then I'm gonna redo some suspension stuff when I do the 426. Yeah. Because and I have to put a new steering rack in it because that steering rack's bad.
Oh wow.
But that's a common issue with them.
Time the two engines together.
Yeah, really?
She said, well, here's the thing.
Freddie had to pay. That's it. Really, because, you know, football.
Yeah.
Hazen brought those shirts.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. It just keeps going.
Look at that one with the goat in it.
You like that one?
After that, we're gonna leave.
That's what I was just.
car show. I mean, I get bored after like 30 to 45 minutes if I have nobody to talk to. I don't like sitting around at them. So took the Hellcat Magnum, drove her there, and so far so good. We are just sitting at 185 degrees solid, and I did a few pulls. Great. So the fan is working properly, which is awesome, and I also was able to sit just driving through the car show for like probably 30 minutes at like stop and go, and it was holding. So I'm really happy with the fan setup now because I don't have to worry about it anymore, and it's just a huge plus that it's just one more thing that's checked off the list. So let's get back to the shop and put the Hellcat Magnum back away. Car show, I decided to come over and get some lunch at a place, and so far the fans, they're doing great. The car looks great. For a full day of driving the car, everything seems to be fine. The fan's working, but we do have one issue. So in the last video, I said that ABS, the printing temp is 210F, but it's supposed to be 210C, and I don't really think that's true because this is super squishy and pliable, and the fan's working. It's not hitting anything, so I think actually it might be touching because it's melting. So even though I have resolved the issue, I also didn't resolve the issue because it has melted. So I guess I'm gonna have to definitely get a group buy going for the 300 spots at $300 a piece for the injection molded one, because this is not gonna last. It was great to be able to drive the Hellcat Magnum around pretty much all day today, but unfortunately by the end of the day we had some issues with the ABS filament. It wasn't really melting all the way. It was getting hot enough where it was drooping, and it was contacting the fan blade and making the fan spin slower because there was resistance on the motors. So unfortunately, a 3D printed fan shroud out of ABS, which I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people commented on my last video and said that 3D printed ABS, or ABS gets 3D printed at 210 Celsius, not degrees. So it's kind of strange that the car is running, and I'm guessing the air coming out of the radiator is warmer than the 186, 187, 189 degrees that it shows on the coolant temp sensor on the dash. But it can't be 400 degrees. So I just am not sure what's going on, and there's not really an easy way to fix this because the ABS obviously isn't going to work. I found a stamp finally on a factory Hellcat, actually one of the newer factory Hellcat fan shrouds, which it's kind of strange what they use. So the only thing I could find from what they show as a composite material, so it's a company called Bros, and they use PA6 GF25, which is a nylon, but it's a fiberglass composite. So it has nylon and fiberglass, but the only thing I could find was 3D printed filament. It's not like they're injection molded, but they're definitely an injection molded part. So when I do the fan shroud group buy, what I'm gonna do is have that material used to make the fan shroud so there isn't any issues, because obviously ABS isn't gonna work. A lot of people said, I have ABS in my engine bay and it works perfectly fine and I don't have anything really, any issues, it's not melting, and the temps get up to, this one guy said they get up to 380 degrees. Well, it's not a fan shroud probably, and it's not moving, doesn't have moving components. The motor is pretty heavy, so I'm guessing that's also maybe sagging a little bit because everything's getting warm, but it was working very well. I mean, I never got over 190 even when the motor wasn't spinning very fast the whole time because it didn't need to. And then I think once it started melting on it, it started commanding more because the temperature was going up, but it really wasn't going up that much. What I need to do is I probably need to get this group buy going as soon as possible so I can get this whole fan issue resolved. I mean, I have it resolved, but it's just the incorrect material. And I didn't think it was going to work in the first place, but then people gave me hope because they said ABS filament has such a high print temperature, you know, like 400 something degrees. So, you know, I had hope, and then it worked great. I mean, I had fun driving the car around. I sat in traffic. You know, I was sitting around for probably at least 30 minutes just waiting to get in and park and all that stuff. And it was 85 degrees out, no issues. So we had really cool temps, and it didn't seem like it had any issues on the way there, sitting, waiting to park at the car show. I think the only issue it had was when I was coming back, I put it in track mode, and I was ripping on it a little bit, and it must have made a little bit more heat than it was just sitting around. But I feel like it would have made more heat when you're just sitting there waiting, because the fan's running. It always was running really slow because it didn't need to. It's pulling so much more CFM, but you would think that it produced more radiant heat around the fan shroud as the fan's moving than it would cruising on the, you know, back road and then on the highway, and then to get lunch and or dinner, whatever you want to call it. It was 5 o'clock. So yeah, it's just kind of strange. So we know what the issue is and how to resolve it. I just need to get this group buy going. Another thing I was super happy about is I fine-tuned a little issue I've been having with the suspension. So driving down the road when I was hitting bumps, it was almost like it was kind of not like wandering, but it felt like, it just felt like the caster was kind of changing. I put it on the lift before I went to the car show, and two of the Heim joints, they weren't 100% loose, but they were just like snug, a little bit past snug. I tightened those things all the way down. The issue is completely gone. It must have just been kind of shifting in the threads, and it was a very noticeable feel. I mean, driving down the road as I was hitting like small bumps, big bumps, you could feel it. It was just almost like the car was kind of like pushing in, and you could feel it in the steering, and you could just like feel it as you're driving. Now that's resolved, and it was just a super simple fix. Must have came loose, or I must have not tightened it all the way. Now that I have lifts and I can put the car on the lift, it was a lot easier to get under there and actually get a nice tighten on it. So I'm gonna end the video here. Super excited that the project is moving forward. Being able to drive it a lot more is really nice because it's just one of those things. I've been working on the car so much. I really want to take it to the track. I want to do some times, road course, drag strip, but I need to still not really resolve this fan issue. I need to get this group buy going. So in the weather, I got home just in time, or got back to the shop just in time because it's starting to rain and it's really windy and dusty. So we'll get this all sorted out. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, hit that bell in the corner. If you haven't been seeing my videos and you want to, give it a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.